Okay guys, so this 2023 prelims from various secondary schools in Singapore. So this is a question that came out in the Mayflower prelim paper in 2023, last year. Ali has 504 1 centimeter cubes. He arranges all the cubes into a cuboid. If the base area of the cuboid is a square, find the smallest possible height of the cuboid. Okay guys, so if you're joining me for the first time, can I kindly request that you like and share my video, please? Like and share my live stream. Tell all your friends about it. I know it's the June holidays, everybody wants to take a bit of a breather. Everybody wants to take a break, but you know, as they say lah, make hay while the sun shines, or something to that effect. Okay, so those of y'all who are joining us, even though this is your June holidays, you could be better off. You could be with your friends out there, partying, having fun, but you're joining us. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, please like and share my video. Okay, so some of y'all have given some answers, XOXO underscore aesthetic underscore girl 10 says that the answer is C. Okay. We'll work it out, okay? We'll work on it. Hey, can you hear me or not? Am I audible? Hey, can you hear me or not? Okay, I guess I am. Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this without further ado. So, Ali has 504 1 centimeter cubes. So, what is a 1 centimeter cube? What is a 1 centimeter cube? Alamak, my pen isn't working. Hold on. Okay, so 1 centimeter cube. Okay, now we're in action. Okay, so a cube lah. You all know what a cube is? It's got 6 sides or 6 faces. So 1 cm by 1 cm by 1 cm. Okay, so the total volume is 1 centimeter cube, because you take 1 cm times 1 cm times 1 cm, that gives you 1 centimeter cube. Alright, so he arranges all the cubes into a cuboid. So what's a cuboid? A cuboid is something that looks like this. Okay, so why do they call it a cuboid? Because the cross-sectional area is a square. Okay, this thing is a square. Okay, but it's not a cube. So the difference between a cuboid and a cube is, for your cube, your length, your width, your height, they're all the same. But for a cuboid, the length and the width is the same, but the height is different. Okay, so I'll write that down here. Cuboid length and width or breadth same, but different height. Okay, this is the definition of a cuboid. Let's go and if you don't believe me, let's go and see what does it say here. Cuboid. Okay, cuboid. Okay, sorry, my mistake. A cuboid doesn't necessarily have to have a square cross section. Okay, so the main difference between a cuboid and a cube is the shape of their faces. A cube has 6 square-shaped faces like a die, whereas a cuboid has 6 faces that are all rectangles. At least 4 of these rectangles are going to be identical too. So for a cuboid, I shouldn't write this. What did I write? Alamak, wrong page. Here we go. So this is wrong. Okay, so cuboid, 6 rectangular faces. Okay guys, cuboid is 6 rectangular faces. For a cube, 6 square faces, all identical. Okay guys, okay, so the volume of my cuboid is obviously going to be 504 cm cube, isn't it? Because he's got 504 cubes. He's got 504 cubes, and each cube has a volume of 1 cm cube. So you take the 504 times 1, you get 504 cm cube. Right? So they say that the base area of the cuboid is a square. Find the smallest possible height of the cuboid. So now, how do I get the volume of a cuboid? You must take the area, this is area, times the height. Okay, so this is the height here, h. Okay guys, so maybe I use a different color. So volume equals to area times height. Okay, area times height. So area times height equals to 504. So if I were to do this, okay, so my area, the area of the square base is actually 504 divided by the height. So now they want to know what is the smallest possible height of the cuboid. What is the smallest possible height of the cuboid? Now, this question is related to your prime factorization. Okay, is related to prime factorization. So in prime factorization, guys, the topic of prime factorization, sometimes they will give you this kind of question. The question will look something like this: what is the smallest possible? I'm trying to write this as tinily as possible so that I can fit it all in here. What is the smallest possible value of h for 504 over h to be a perfect square? So you will get this kind of questions in your prime factorization. What is the smallest possible value of h for 504 over h to be a perfect square? So how do we do this, guys? We need to first break the 504 into its prime factors. So how? On Instagram, those who are watching me on Instagram, do me a favor, like and share my video, please. Like and share my video on Instagram. Okay, so what is the smallest possible value of h for 504 over h to be a perfect square? So what we need to do here is we need to break 504 into its prime factors. Okay, so you have to do something that looks like this. Divide by 2. Okay, so what is 504 divided by 2? Alamak, where's my calculator? Calculator inside the bedroom. Hold on, guys. Let me go get my calculator. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, maybe slightly more than 2 seconds. Okay, so 504 divided by 2. Okay, so this one is prime factorization. 504 divided by 2, I get 252. Okay, And then 252 divided by 2, I get 126. 126 divided by 2, 63. Now 63 cannot divide by 2 because it ends with a 3. So we divide it by 3. So we get 21. And then 21 again we divide by 3, we get 7. 7 divided by 7, you get 1. So your 504 guys, your 504, no space let me open up another page add page. So this one here, let's bring this up here. Okay, so 504 over h here is the height, equals to 2 to the power 3 times 3 to the power 2 times 7 over h. Now what I will do at this point, I will just double confirm with my calculator. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. Do I get 504? Yes. Okay, so I know my prime factorization over here correct lah. Now you know that 504 over h needs to give you the area of the cuboid, and the area of the cuboid is a square. So it being the area of a square, and it being made up of cubes which are all 1 centimeter in dimension, therefore it has to be a perfect square. A perfect square basically is a number that if I were to square root guys, I will get an integer, I will get a whole number like 25 or 36 or 81. You square root, you get whole numbers. Now, what is the smallest possible value of my h for this to happen? So the smallest possible value of h has to be something that has 2 in it. Why 2? Because you see over here, this one is 2 to the power 3. So if this is 2 to the power 3, I need to have a 2 over here to cancel out the 3 and make it 2. Okay, because remember, for something to be a perfect square, the indices need to be divisible by 2. Okay, I write that down here. Okay, so asterisk remember, for a number to be a perfect square, its indices must be divisible by 2. Okay guys, this one very important, this one concept must understand for a number to be a perfect square, its indices must be divisible by 2. Okay, so because of that, in my h here, I must have a 2. Because when I have a 2, then I will cancel this 3 to make it 2. Right? Because 2 power 1 below, 2 power 3 on top, the 2 power 3 will cancel, become 2 power 2. This 3 power 2, I don't need to disturb it. Because its index is already 2. Cantik. Malaysia cantik. This one no need to touch. 3 power 2, okay, steady. I keep it as 3 power 2. Okay, so my h don't need to have anything to do with 3. Then this 7 here, alamak, 7 power 1. Okay, so I cannot have 7 power 1 because again, for a number to be a perfect square, its indices must be divisible by 2. So I must have another 7. So the answer is 14 cm. Okay guys, so those of y'all who answered C, I'm sorry to tell you, your answer is wrong. Those of y'all who answered B, 14 cm, congratulations. Okay, you can double confirm again. You take 504, which is the volume of the cuboid, divide by 14, you will get 36. So the square is 36 cm square, which means the length of the square is 6 and 6. If I were to take 504 divide by 84, some of you all were saying the answer is C. 504 divided by 84 will give me 6. The area of the square cannot be 6 cm square. The area of the square cannot be 6 cm square, because 6 you square root, you don't get a nice number. You will get a decimal. Square root 6 will give you decimal. Okay? So I don't know how many of you all answered B, but if you answered B, well done. Okay, again, all these notes will be, I will share it to the admin, and then they will share it to the Telegram chat lah. Okay guys, I hope you all are having fun on this 5th of June. Okay, 8:20 PM. Wow, 20 minutes just to cover one question from Mayflower Secondary. So those of you all from Mayflower Secondary, your prelim paper quite tough. Okay guys, let's move on. Question 2. We don't want to. How many questions do we have today? Wow, a lot. 6 questions. Okay, I try to rush a bit. Okay, question number 2. Also Mayflower paper. Ayo. L is the point, -2, -4, and M is the point 58. Write down the column vector LM. Okay, this one a bit easier lah. A bit easier. Okay, so A, B, C, or D. Which one is your answer? Come on guys. TikTok, let's see. What is your answer? A, B, C, or D? How to find column vector? How to find the column vector? Okay, give you a few minutes to think. Okay, let's go into TikTok and see whether we got any answers. This one is secondary guys, not PSLE. Okay guys, so let's do this let's do the column vector. So this one is vector lah. Vector. So vector. Okay, how I do vector? Very simple guys. When I see LM, right, like this, right, LM, I straight away tell myself, okay, LM is LO plus OM. I know this is slightly different from how the textbooks will write lah, but for me this is the most intuitive method so I recommend using this method because you know this O and this O going to like kiss each other, and then you will have L and M. I don't know if this is making sense but basically for me LM, right, it must be L something plus something M. Okay, not necessarily O, can be LA plus AM, can be LB plus BM. But because we are going to be working with something called a position vector. What is a position vector? Position vector is a vector that comes from the origin. So for instance, when they say L is the point -2, -4, guys, straight away you can write over there lah. OL is -2, -4. OM is 5 and 8. Okay? So if OL is -2, -4, therefore LO is going to be 2 and 4. Okay, always remember if like the vector is something something and then you reverse the vector. That means, I mean when I say reverse the vector, I mean reverse the direction. So when you reverse the direction, you just got to multiply the x and the y with -1. Okay? I'm a bit rusty when it comes to vectors. I've not taught vectors in a long while, but I think this one I can remember this much. Okay, so LO will be 2, 4. By the way, my name is Coach Nawas. I teach the Sec 2s and the Sec 3s at MasterMaths Little India. Okay, so if you all are interested in joining my class, if your son or your daughter Sec 2 or Sec 3 can join the MasterMaths Little India class. Okay, we have Zoom also lah. Okay, OM will be 5, 8 lah. So the answer will be 2 plus 5 will be 7, 4 plus 8 will be 12. So answer will be A. Okay, did you all get A? Yes, right? Very easy, right? Easy or not easy? Please like and share my video. Somebody answered D. It's not D, it should be A. Okay? Are you okay? Okay, so question 2 done. Question 2 done. Answer is 7, 12. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. I got space to work with. Okay, MGS, Metal Gear Solid, no. Methodist Girls Secondary. Methodist Girls Secondary. You all know what Metal Gear Solid is, not? It was a very popular game when I was in secondary school. PlayStation. Okay, make X the subject of the formula. So, very easy lah, this kind of questions. These kind of questions you all should gobble up and get the answers lah, no problem. You see one time, you know, it's easy lah. Okay, so make X the subject of the formula. So we must release the X from the bracket. So how do we do that? So you get rid of this 1/4 Z first. Okay, so how to get rid of 1/4 Z? Firstly, I'm going to get rid of the 1/4 lah. Step by step, guys. Maths, every time tell yourself, do step by step. Don't like, wow, I want to do everything one shot. No. That's the worst way to do maths. Maths, you must always do step by step. Okay, calm yourself down. I know the world is always trying to, everything must be instant. Now. Where's my Grab food? Where's my Grab delivery? No. When you do maths, you must calm yourself. Must become very calm. Okay, so we're gonna times 4 both sides first. So this is 4y. This is z. Alamak, my equal sign looks like a z. Hold on. Let me write a proper equal sign. So z w square minus x square. Then now I'm going to get rid of the z. How to get rid of the z? Divide by z. Because you can see here, the z is multiplying this. So it's this multiply this. So I want to get rid of the z. So I must divide both sides by z. So you get 4y over z equals to w square minus x square. So now you have freed the bracket. The bracket doesn't have to be there already. You can open up the bracket. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the x square over to one side and the w square over to another side. So this will be x square. Sorry, I'm going to bring the 4y over z over to the other side. So x square will be w square minus 4y over z. And then finally, I'm going to put x equals to plus minus square root. Don't forget the plus minus. W square over 4y over z. And these are your answers. Okay guys, simple lah, simple. This kind of questions very easy lah. Your algebra, bread and butter. Okay. M not need to reverse. Where got M need to reverse? Nah, what question are you talking about? Okay, what secondary level is this? This is prelim. Prelim, so sec 4 lah. Azrai, I'm 30 and you have just fried my brain, sir. Okay, now you can eat your brain with some chili sauce. Since I fried it for you already. Fry already, so enjoy your dinner. Fried brain and eaten with a side of chili sauce. Okay, moving on guys, moving on, because I got 4, 5 and 6. Wow, I got 3 more questions. Today they really bully me, this MasterMaths. They make me do 6 questions. Most times I only need to do 5 questions. Today they make me do 6 questions. Must charge them more money. Okay, hey guys, please like and share the video. Please follow MasterMaths on all the platforms, TikTok lah, Instagram lah, whatever. Okay, come on guys, please do your part. We want to be the #1 tuition center in Singapore. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, simplify 3 over x plus 2 plus 6x over 4 minus x squared. So guys, when you have to simplify, you have to make the denominator the same. Okay, so that's point number 1. Point number 2, make them the same by factorizing them first. Factorizing them first. So this is the tip lah we give you. This kind of tip you all need to pay money for it, no, but see, we all give you free of charge. Okay, so we make the denominator the same. That's the overarching principle lah. We need to make the denominator the same before we can combine the 2 fractions. But before we want to combine the 2 fractions, before we want to make the denominator the same, we are going to factorize it first. So let's rewrite this. Okay, I give you all some time to think lah. If not, I give you all the answer very boring. Okay, today there's no MCQ. Or maybe there's MCQ for the first 2 lah, but everything else is open-ended. Okay, come, give it a try guys. Give it a try. Okay, let me split this with a purple line. Take out my ruler. By the way, this app that I'm using is called Notability. Notability. Some of you all might be interested to get this app for your iPad. It's very good. I highly recommend you all use Notability. You go to school, if you are using iPad, you use Notability, very good. Okay, it got a lot of very good functions. I don't get money. You all sign up with them. I don't get money. I'm not an influencer. But this one just to share with you all. Notability. Okay, moving on. So, as I said, we need to factorize them first. So you see, x plus 2, nothing to factorize. Cannot factorize. But 4 minus x squared, you can factorize. Okay, so this will be 3 over x plus 2 plus 6x over 2 minus x, 2 plus x. Can you see that? This one is your factorization of 2 terms. Factorization of 2 terms. Okay? Factorization of 2 terms. So, when you factorize 2 terms, usually 90% of the time, we will use a square minus b square equals to a plus b, a minus b. Okay? So once we have this, we can do this. So you can see, let me highlight for you. This one over here and this one over here is the same. Then this one over here and this one over here is the same. Okay. Let me highlight for you all so you all can see very clearly. Okay. So we need to add in this factor on this side. And then we got to multiply on top also. Okay? So again, remember we are making the denominators the same. So 3 times 2 will be 6 minus 3x plus 6x over x plus 2, 2 minus x. Okay guys, so we are combining the two fractions together. And I can simplify the numerator further. So when I simplify the numerator further, I will get 6 plus 3x over x plus 2, 2 minus x. Okay, because negative 3x and 6x will give me positive 3x. Okay, the 6 remains as a 6. Now, I'm not satisfied yet. I realize, hey, wait, hold on. I can do something else over here. I can simplify further. How do I do that? You all notice not? This numerator, I can pull out a 2. So if I were to pull out a 2, sorry, not a 2, not a 2, a 3. If I pull out a 3, I get 2 plus x. Cantik. Why I say cantik? Because now I can cancel this, I can cancel this. So my final answer will be 3 over 2 minus x. So this is a question from the prelim paper of Methodist Girls Secondary. I believe MGS is Methodist Girls Secondary lah. It's quite a good school lah. I think it's in the Bukit Timah area. Okay, this was their prelim paper in 2023. So some of y'all might know someone who's from that school, or some of y'all might be from that school. So this is the prelim question that they had last year. Okay. Okay guys, let's move on. It's 8:37. I still got time. I'm still good in terms of time. Okay. This one I give you all some time to do lah. I give you all some time to do. Find an expression for m in terms of n. Okay. So I give you all a few minutes to figure this out. Maybe I go get myself a cup of water. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Let me get a glass of water for myself. Someone is asking me to show question 4 again. Can. Okay, let me show question 4 again. Okay. Okay, later I will show you question 5. No worries. We can go slow. If I'm going a bit fast, you all can let me know that I'm going too fast. Okay, so this was question 4, which we've already done. We are now on to question 5. It says here, given 81 over 9 to the power of n, and then the whole thing power minus 1 equals to square root 3 to the power of m. So this question is indices. You all must know your law of indices very well. Find an expression for m in terms of n. So when we say find an expression for m in terms of n, that means m equals to something something something, and the something 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 inside got n. Don't have any m, only n. So you're making m the subject of the equation. Let me write that down. Make m the subject of the equation, EQN equation. Okay guys, maybe I give you one more minute and then we go through. Okay, so let's go through this. So again, when I want to make m the subject of the equation, I need to get rid of this square root over here. Agree? Need to get rid of this square root over here. And then I have to also simplify this expression here. Okay? And then another thing, all this must be in your head, guys. When you are dealing with indices, guys, when you're dealing with indices, we always try to make the base the same. Then you see, wow, here got 81. This one got 9. This one got 3. So you would know, if you have done enough questions on indices, you would know that the common base for these three numbers is actually 3. It's actually 3. Okay, because 9 is 3 to the power 2. 81 is 9 to the power 2. So 9 to the power 2 is actually 3 to the power 4. So if I take 3 times 3, I get 9. 9 times 3, 27. 27 times 3, 80. 81. So 81 is 3 to the power 4. Okay, so with all that in mind, let's attempt to solve this question. Let's attempt to solve this question. See if we can solve or not. So I will change my 81 to 3 to the power 4 guys. So remember, as I said, 81 is 3 to the power 4 and my 9 is 3 to the power 2. So 81 3 to the power 4, my 9n, I can rewrite it as 3 to the power of 2n. Okay? And the whole thing to the power of negative 1. Okay? Then on this side, the right hand side, I'm going to rewrite it like this. 3 to the power of m, bracket, I'm going to put a half outside. Okay? Because, always remember guys, this is something very crucial you all need to remember. Square root of x is the same as x to the power of half. Cube root of x is the same as x is to the power of 1. So these are things that you need to, they need to be in your memory bank basically. When you do indices, you need to remember all this. Okay, now it looks a lot better now not so complicated. Okay guys, so what am I going to do here? You have a power minus 1 outside here. So this power minus 1, you're going to multiply with the power inside. Okay, you're going to multiply with the power inside. So you get 3 to the power minus 4 over 3 to the power of negative 2n. Okay, 3 to the power of negative 4 over 3 to the power of negative 2n. Can see so we open up the bracket. We multiply in the indices. And then on the right hand side will be 3 to the power of half m, because m times half, you can see that m times half will give me half m. Okay, so now on my left hand side, now this is very important, you all must remember this. Remember, okay, I will write down, remember. If you have a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is a to the power of m minus n. Okay? So when the base is the same, a and a, you have power m here, you have power n here, you will have m minus n. Okay? When you have divide. If it's multiply, you will be adding together the power or adding together the indices. Okay, so this will be 3 to the power negative 4 minus negative 2n, so plus 2n. Okay, because remember, you are doing minus will give me plus. So now we can say that half m equals to minus 4 plus 2n. And therefore m will be minus 8 plus 4n. Or maybe I can write it with the 4n in front. Okay? So those of y'all who managed to get the answer, well done. Those of y'all who didn't get the answer, never mind, keep trying, don't give up. At least you're trying. Okay, I zoom out for those of you all who want to copy. Again, as I said, all these notes will be shared in the Telegram group. So join the Telegram group if you've not done so already. Let's see if we have any questions from our TikTok and our Instagram. Any questions, guys? Why half m and not half plus m? Because, okay, this one you must know the law of indices. Okay, so the law of indices, when you have 3 to the power of m and then bracket and then you have a half outside, you are supposed to multiply the m with the half, not add them together. But if I were to have 3 to the power of m times 3 to the power of half, then yes, it will be 3 to the power of m plus half. Okay, Inul, I hope I've answered your question. This question 5 is Sec 2 or Sec 3? This one, I think O level. Indices, usually we teach at Sec 4, I think, or Sec 3. Maybe at Sec 3. Sec 3 we teach indices. Okay, any other questions, guys? Instagram, any questions? Okay, let's move on. Can I move on? Anybody still copying this or any violent objections? I want to move on to the last question. So that I can wrap up this live stream and have my dinner. Haven't makan yet. Wow, today TikTok I got 32 people. That must be a record, man. Wow, y'all getting serious, exam. But Instagram, sadly, I only have 2 people on my live stream. You're not on Instagram anymore. Thank you for sharing my live. Those of y'all who can share and like my live, please do. Okay, let's move on to the last question, guys. So that we can finish this. Wow, another MGS question. Okay, it says here, the diagram, I don't know if you can read. The diagram shows a regular polygon. Regular polygon, that means all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal, all the angles are also equal. Okay, regular polygon which is partially covered with a sheet of blank paper. So basically when you partially cover with a sheet of blank paper, you cannot tell, how many sides is the polygon? We don't know. But they tell you that the sum of angles x and y. So there's an x over here, there's a y over here. You add x and y together, you get 60 degrees. Can see that? So find the number of sides of the regular polygon. So A, B, C or D. What do you all think? Okay, go ahead, give it a try. Maybe in 1 minute we go through 1 minute or 2 minutes time we go through. So is the answer A, B, C or D? Don't anyhow whack. Go and take out a piece of paper, go and try. Take out a piece of paper and give it a try, guys. What level is this? This is secondary school. O level lah, O level. This one prelim paper. Okay, prelim paper. Prelim is O level. When you hear prelim, that means is before we take the O level, we take prelim first. Okay, those of y'all who have gone through the express system in secondary lah, y'all would know that. I think N level also they got prelim but this one is not this one I don't think they teach this for N level lah. They probably teach for O level. Someone says I'm dead for O levels. Don't say like that lah. Work hard lah. Every day y'all must study lah. Y'all never study, then how to do well? Every day must put away the handphone and take out your books and then sit down for 2 hours. Instead of having lunch and dinner, just have lunch lah. Then dinner time, other people eating, y'all are studying. Okay? Eat a lot for your lunch, then you don't need to eat a lot for dinner. These are just some tips I can give you lah. Okay guys, I think let's go through this question. Diagram shows a regular polygon which is partially covered with a sheet of blank paper. The sum of angle X and angle Y is 60 degrees. Find the number of sides of the regular polygon. So, some things you all need to know here lah. Number one is, you see this is a four-sided figure. This is a four-sided figure. So, I will write down this tip here. For a four-sided figure, actually it's not a tip lah, it's just a concept. For a four-sided figure, why my handwriting like this? Okay, let me try to write a bit more neatly. For a four-sided figure, the angles add up to 360 degrees. Okay? For a triangle, the angles add up to 180. But for a four-sided figure, it adds up to 360. Okay? A four-sided figure, what is a four-sided figure known as? Is known as a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Like, you know, if you watch football, right? Liverpool, they were trying to get the quadruple this year. But unfortunately, they end up with just the Carabao Cup. So quadruple is to get four things, quadruple. So quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. Okay, so X and Y add up to 60 degrees. Meaning to say, this guy and this guy, they will be 360 minus 60, which is 300. Okay? And then they tell you that this is a regular polygon. So regular polygon again, you all should know that this means equal sides, equal angles. Okay, so the sides are the same length, the angles are the same. So if X and Y are 60 degrees, and all the angles add up to 360, so X and Y 60 degrees, all the four angles add up to 360. That means, right guys, I take 300 divided by 2, I get 150. This will be 150. This will be 150. Okay, can you all see that? Now, when we talk about polygons, guys, when we talk about polygons, there are basically two formula that you need to memorize lah. When we talk about polygons, so for polygons, there's two formula you need to memorize. One formula is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Okay, this formula is what? This formula is sum of angles in a polygon. Okay, n minus 2. N here being number of sides. N here is number of sides. So if your polygon got 5 sides, you take 5 minus 2 times 180. Okay, 5 minus 2, that's 3 times 180, you get 540 degrees. So the sum of angles in a pentagon will be 540 degrees. And if it is a regular pentagon, you take 540 divided by 5 to get the angle, each angle in a pentagon, in a regular pentagon. Okay guys? Always very simple. The way I remember this is I ask myself, for a triangle, I know that all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. This one primary school teacher us already. So how many sides in a triangle? 3. So 3 minus 2 will be 1. 1 times 180 will be 180. Right? So a triangle is also a polygon. A triangle is also a polygon. Okay? Now the other formula you need to know about polygons is, if I take 360 degrees divide by n, what will this give me? This will give me the value of exterior angle. Of a regular polygon. Okay, so what is exterior angle? Okay, let's go back to our diagram here. So if I have this thing 150 degrees, okay, I take my ruler, I turn like this, okay, then I draw a line. Okay, this is my exterior angle, which is going to be 30 degrees. Why is it 30 degrees? Because we know that angles on a straight line add up to 180. So for this particular polygon, my exterior angle is 30 degrees. So I can use both formula to solve this question, but you can see straight away that the easier formula to use will be the 360 over n formula. Okay, so 360 over n equals to what? In this case is equals to 30. Okay, it's equals to 30. So what is my n going to be equals to? N is going to be equals to 12. Okay, so the steps like this. This one step number 1. This one step number 2. This one step number 3. This one step number 4. Okay guys, I hope you all can see that. Okay, so my answer is D. Okay, with that, we have come to the end of our live stream today. Time now is 8:58. I'm gonna log off and then have my dinner. If you have not eaten, I hope you also go and makan your dinner. For those of y'all who managed to get this answer, well done. Those of y'all who didn't manage to get it, don't worry, don't be so sad. This is a pretty tough question. I don't think all the questions will be this tough. Okay, these 6 questions that we pull out, quite tough lah. Okay, so if you're taking O-levels this year and you need extra help, please sign up with us. Okay, we got a few centers around Singapore, MasterMaths. Okay, also do join us every Wednesday for our live stream. So that's all from me. My name is Coach Nawas. I'll see you next week, same time, same place, same channel. From all of us at MasterMaths, continue working hard, continue studying hard, continue striving hard, and hope to see you all again next week. Bye bye.